All right, so this is like the 10th time of me starting and stopping this video, and this time I'm not gonna stop no matter what. And the reason why I started and stopped, because I was like, who's gonna care about my story, about how I felt dumb when I was a kid, about how I was insecure, about how I never went to college and that felt horrible because I felt like everyone that was smart went to college. But then how I was able to, over the years, build multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses and build lifestyle businesses that actually, to be quite honest with you, some doctors out there weren't making the money that I was able to make, which is just mind boggling because they're way smarter. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to share my story. I'm going to sit out by the pool, have my cup of coffee, which, by the way, this is a Kris Kringle mug. Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. Pretty smart on that, Scott. You're drinking out of a Christmas mug in June, almost July. Yeah, that's how smart I am. But seriously, I wanted to shoot this video because I do look at where I've been mentally and then where I've been able to arrive today. And I think it's important because I do owe a lot of this to YouTube's platform, because YouTube allowed me to get my start. Now, of course, you got to do the work. You got to show up. You got to put yourself out there. But I did it, and here I am 16 plus years later, and I've helped a lot of people and it feels really good. But it wasn't easy, there was a lot of struggles along the way. But have you ever felt like you're just not smart enough to either get the job that you want or to do what you want to do? Have you ever felt like that? Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt just not smart enough. And I know using the word dumb is not really nice, but that's how I felt about myself. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I struggled in high school. I barely could pass, and I didn't pass the tests. The thing is, I had cool teachers that would say, do your homework, Scott. Just do your homework. Show me that you can put in the work and do the homework. And if you don't do good on the test, we'll go ahead and we'll make it work. And that's what happened. I literally did not do good on tests. Like, there was tests that I failed, but I always handed in my homework because I could control that. And that kind of went into or bled into my work ethic and being able to say, you know what? Yeah, I might not be the best person on camera. I might not have the best way that I say things, because that's another thing that I've thought of years ago. And even to this day, I will not want to say certain words because I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong. Ever feel like that? It's that's a thing. And, saying things like, like you probably shouldn't do that. Or people say all of these words or a lot of ums. And that becomes where you don't want to put yourself out there, or you hit the record button, you start and stop 100 times like I just did here 10 times. Now, the reason why I did it was because I was like, yeah, I don't know if people are really going to care about this. And you know what? I want to help coaches, course creators, digital product, sellers. Like, those are the people that I truly want to help. And I'm like, this video isn't really for them. I mean, it is. I mean, if you're someone that's like, I want to grow my business, but I'm feeling insecure. I'm feeling like things aren't going well and I want to get on video, but I can't. Maybe this video will help you. But the whole thing here is, and that I want to share with you, is when you have those self-doubts, it's scary because you're like, I don't want to put myself out there. But I'm telling you, if you put yourself out there, you are going to learn, you are going to get better. And if we went back and looked at a video that I did 16 plus years ago, it's kind of frightening. It's kind of frightening. And now it's just, they're better. I speak better. I do take my time a little bit more. I'm still pretty hyper. But I sometimes lose what I want to say. And maybe I'm going to look stupid. And then people are going to say, who are you to say that you should do this? Like, there's all of these things. It was funny. I was having a conversation with my wife the other day, and my wife she's very, very much an introvert. She's not like me. I am an extrovert for the most part. See, I almost screwed up that word. So I understand it. If you're an introvert, it's hard to put yourself out there. So my wife was like, and she turns, well, depending on when you're watching this video, she turns 58 today. So happy birthday to my lovely wife, who I've been married to now for 31 years. So I love her so much, and she's been a huge part of just my success, our success, because she's cheered me on along the way, and she's been a huge promoter of me and really helping me. But back to like being an introvert, that's a real deal. Like that's a real thing for people. Like you're like, oh, I don't want to put myself out there. So she was thinking to herself, she's like, I really want to do something, but I don't know if I want to commit to something, and I don't know if I want to put myself out there, but I really feel there's like some type of thing that I should be doing because of who I am and sharing my story. And, she's, she's over 50. So she's like, I could speak to those women. And I'm like, that's awesome. But then as, someone that's kind of been down this road, I said to her, I go, here's what you have to be okay with. You have to be okay with putting yourself out there, and you have to be okay with people not speaking nicely about you. Unfortunately, there are going to be people that are going to post bad comments. And if that will negatively affect you, then we got to pause on it for a second. Now, I'm going to coach her and say, hey, you know what? This is what I think you should do. I think you should go ahead and, put your stuff out there, and then maybe have me look at the comments, and then I can decide to keep them or delete them, and that way you don't see them. So there are things that we can do so you don't see those comments, and then maybe you only see the good ones. So there's ways around it. We just have to figure out what is the thing holding us back. So you might be saying, well, Scott, what does this have to do with, your little title there? I felt dumb, so I started a YouTube channel and made my first $1 million over 40. And that's basically what I am sharing with you. If I can do it, this guy, anyone can do it, truly. Now, with that being said, going back to me handing in the homework, that's one thing that I will say, and if that's something that I could share with you, is you can always control your consistency. That goes for anything. It goes for working out. It goes for your diet. That goes for stopping to drink if you don't want to drink anymore. Like whatever it is that you want to commit to, you have to commit to it. Now, are you going to fall off at times? Probably. I have plenty of times. But you have to stay consistent. And to me, it's like, if you want something bad enough, you're going to do what it takes. And if there's one thing that I could share with you from my 16 plus years of being on YouTube, which YouTube just turned 20 years old, by the way, so I was on it fairly new. But if there's one thing that I could help you with, it's get yourself to commit. And then once you commit to that, stick to it and give yourself a time frame. Say, you know what? I'm going to say for the next 60 days, I am going to commit to one video per week. And I am going to post it. Now, if you're already online, if you're already an online business or a coach, but you're not the face, right? You're not wanting to put your face out there. I can almost guarantee you that if you put your face out there, you're going to do better. You're going to do better. And YouTube is a great platform for that. And once again, I'm going to ask you in the comments if you could let me know, are you a coach? Are you an online business? Let me know that. I'm curious. That's who I want to help moving forward. Like I had this little talk with myself after doing this for 16 plus years. I'm like, who do I really want to serve? And this video, live video school with my son, it all came from what do I want to do for the next 25 plus years? And it's taken a little bit. We've been at this now for just over 12 months. Yeah, just over a year. And we're still figuring out exactly who it is that we want to serve and exactly what we want to do. My thing is I love helping people build audiences because I know that if you build an audience, then everything else will happen positively. And I learned that again through reps, doing it and building multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. So again, I just wanted to share this. I know it was a little bit all over the place, but I just wanted to share that I felt really, really insecure about myself. I felt not smart. Even to this day, sometimes depending on who I'm around, I don't feel that smart. But then some people, like I could speak to a surgeon And that surgeon is going to be way smarter on paper or in textbooks. And there's things that I'm going to be smarter at. And I have to be like proud of that because they're very smart. But what I do, I might explain what I do here with video and building audiences, and they're like, wow, like I need to learn that. Like, you know so much. And I'm like, really? You think so? Because I've had people, I've got actually one of our students who's a doctor. And she's learning from me, which is crazy. So again, I just wanted to share this with you. If you were at all interested in kind of like walking through the roadmap that I've followed for years to get to your first $100,000, I do have a guide. It's an 18-page guide. I call it the 100K YouTube Creators Roadmap. If you're a coach, a business owner, or even not, it'll definitely help you. It'll guide you. Just put 100K in the comments and I'll send you a copy of that. Once again, just put 100K in the comments. I'll send you a copy of that, totally free. But it's really, really important that you believe in yourself and you believe that you have something valuable to add to the world. And if you do have a business, if you do have a coaching business, whatever, digital product business, whatever, understand that you getting on video, you creating videos that can help your audience and you show up, you're going to build so much more trust with that person. And then from there, the sales will definitely be easier for you and your business. So if you would like to see that 100K roadmap and it broken down and how we've been able to use it to make just over $19,000 in one single month from this newer channel, I'm going to post a video right here. Go ahead and watch that video and you'll see exactly all the pieces that we are implementing. Watch that video next and I'll see you there.